God says, I order you to listen this now. You are going to hear some good news, all because of your last. Don't tell this secret to anyone. There are moments in your life when your soul knows something before your mind can understand it. Right now is one of those moments. This is not by accident. This is not just another ordinary day passing by. You've been pulled into this very moment because God has something to say to you that you were meant to hear. It's not a suggestion. It's not a whisper. It's a divine instruction. God says, I order you to listen this now. Heaven is leaning close. Your life is shifting. And this message carries something you've been waiting for. Something you've been praying for through tears you thought no one saw. You are about to hear some good news. But not just any news. News that is tied directly to the last season of pain, silence, loss, and warfare you've been enduring in secret. That last breakdown, that last betrayal, that last rejection, that last disappointment. It wasn't random, it wasn't wasted, it was the setup for what's coming next. Please, do not scroll away. There's something sacred being spoken over your life right now. There's a miracle being unwrapped inside these very words. If you believe this moment is for you, comment, Amen. God says, I order you to listen this now, because too much is hanging in the balance. Your future needs this. Your peace is tied to this. The weight you've been carrying is finally about to lift, but you must stay here long enough to hear what heaven has already released over you. You are going to hear some good news, and this is not a metaphor or a vague promise. God has seen what others missed. He has watched you suffer silently, pretending to be strong while everything inside you was falling apart. The last battle almost made you quit. The last delay nearly shattered your faith. But God says, I have not forgotten the promises I made to you. I remember your prayers. I remember the vows you made when no one was around. And now, I am turning everything around because of your last. Because of your last obedience, when it would have been easier to walk away. Because of your last prayer, when it felt like I wasn't even listening. Because of your last praise when your heart was broken. Because of your last decision to trust me, even when fear was louder than faith. I saw it, I heard it, and I never forgot. Now, I am ordering a turnaround. I am releasing a new chapter. You are going to hear some good news. And this is why you must not tell this secret to anyone. Because what I'm doing in your life doesn't require validation. It doesn't need explanation. It is sacred. It is sealed. It is holy. And it's only for you. If you feel the presence of God as you listen, please like this video to honor this holy moment. This is not something to be spoken too soon. The promise is still tender. The roots are just breaking through the soil. God says, protect this. I am giving you evidence. I am giving you peace. I am giving you breakthrough. But guard it. Cover it in prayer. You don't need to explain the favor that's about to come upon your life. You don't need to defend the doors I'm opening or the opportunities that will come. Let them wonder. Let them talk. You owe no one an explanation. What I am about to do in your life is personal. It is specific. It is your reward for trusting me when it made no sense to do so. Because of your last heartbreak, I am sending healing that touches every part of your soul. Because of your last failure, I am sending restoration that will silence every voice of shame. Because of your last lonely night, I am sending comfort that will never leave you empty again. Because of your last act of faith, I am releasing blessings that have been stored up with your name on them. You didn't know it, but heaven has been preparing a celebration with you in mind. You didn't know it, but angels have been assigned to fight battles you didn't even see. You didn't know it, but your prayers were planting seeds in places your feet haven't even stepped yet. You are going to hear some good news, and it's all because of your last. You didn't break for nothing. You didn't cry for nothing. You didn't wait for nothing. You didn't sow for nothing. The harvest is on the way. The shift is already happening. The pain you felt was not punishment. It was preparation. The silence was not absence. It was strategy. God was stretching you so that what's coming wouldn't break you. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not overlooked. You are chosen. You are anointed. You are covered. God says, I order you to listen this now, because your spirit is finally ready to receive what your heart has been begging for. Your soul is open now. You've been humbled by the process. You've been stripped of pride. You've let go of things you thought you couldn't live without. And now you're empty enough for me to fill. Now you're quiet enough to hear my whisper. Now you're still enough to feel my presence. This is your appointed time. This is the moment the waiting was all for. You are going to hear some good news, and when it comes, it will feel like the pain never happened. It will redeem every sleepless night. It will reverse every painful memory. It will restore every broken dream, and it will happen suddenly. Comment 1111 if you believe this divine moment is yours. Do not tell this secret to anyone, not because I want you to hide, but because I want you to protect the oil that is coming from your brokenness, the anointing that has been produced in your crushing. Not everyone will understand. Not everyone will celebrate. Some will try to sabotage what they don't understand. So let me do this in silence. Let me surprise you. Let me shock them. When the good news breaks, it will speak louder than any explanation you could ever give. When the blessings start pouring, no one will be able to deny that. My hand is on you. Could this 7-second CIA brainwave trick be your fastest path to luxury? Leaked research reveals a simple ritual helping people attract wealth effortlessly. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, debt is dissolving and abundance is showing up fast. If you're seeing this now, you are God's chosen one. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. This is the beginning of something sacred. Stay close, listen carefully. There is more you need to hear. Heaven is not finished speaking yet. You've stepped into a holy interruption. Do not disconnect now. The blessing is still unfolding. The breakthrough is still being released. Your name is being spoken in rooms you've never entered. Your future is being rearranged for your good. Your season is shifting, and what's coming next will be beyond your understanding. And that time is starting to unfold now. You are going to hear some good news. And this news will make up for the seasons where you heard nothing, the years you felt forgotten, the prayers that went unanswered, the moments when you sat in quiet tears while others seemed to flourish. This is the part where God begins to rewrite the story. This is the chapter where joy begins to flow in places where sorrow once lived. The kind of good news that's coming will not only heal the ache of the past, but will restore your confidence in the one who never left your side. Every time you questioned whether God was still listening, every moment you thought your story was being ignored, every hour you waited in silent obedience, it has all been counted. None of it is forgotten. And now, He is bringing you into the beginning of fulfillment. Because of your last surrender, your last breath of worship when everything felt lost, God is moving. Do not tell this secret to anyone because it is still forming. Just like a child in the womb, the promise must be protected until it is strong enough to survive outside. Don't let the world see what God is still shaping. Don't allow doubt or noise to smother what He is birthing in private. There is holiness in this season of quiet. There is power in your hidden preparation. He's building something inside of you that must be treasured in silence. What you're about to carry into the next season will not just bless you, it will overflow and touch those around you. But right now, it's only yours to carry. It's only yours to protect. It's only yours to believe for. If you trust that God is preparing something just for you, comment 222 as your declaration of trust. This moment is covered in purpose. It's not ordinary, it's not random, it's divine. The whisper you feel in your spirit right now is real. It's not your imagination, it's not false hope. That soft stir in your heart is the sound of breakthrough approaching. It's the sound of heaven leaning in, pulling you into alignment with what you were always meant to receive. You didn't lose your promise. It's been guarded by the very hand of God, and He's getting ready to release it at just the right time. You are going to hear some good news, and it will come like a rush of wind. Unexpected, powerful, undeniable. God is not just fixing what broke. He is creating something brand new. He is not patching up your past. He is replacing what was lost with something better. You will not just recover. You will rise with more than you had before. More peace, more clarity, more direction, more understanding, more strength, more of Him. You didn't go through all of this for nothing. Every tear watered a seed. Every silent night made room for His voice. Every yes in the dark became the soil for a greater light. This is a personal promise. It's not copied. It's not borrowed. It's yours. That's why it's been fought so hard. That's why the attacks have been so specific. That's why you've been stretched beyond your limit. The enemy saw what you couldn't. He saw the oil forming in your pain. He saw the glory rising in your grief. But he was too late. Because what God has sealed for you, no hand of darkness can undo. What heaven has written over your life cannot be erased. And what God is about to whisper to your spirit will change the atmosphere of your entire life. You are going to hear some good news, and it's going to sound like the answer you almost stopped hoping for. It's going to arrive in moments you didn't expect, in phone calls, in quiet mornings, in surprising confirmations, in the soft unfolding of a new peace in your soul. You'll know it's from God because it will settle you. It won't stir fear. It won't cause confusion. It will come with clarity, with deep peace, with the undeniable feeling that you are seen, chosen, covered, carried. This good news is not just about fixing one area of your life. It will touch everything. Your mind, your body, your relationships, your purpose. It will align the scattered pieces and make them whole again. It will return to you the years that were taken. It will restore the time that felt wasted. It will prove that God is never late, never distant, never passive. He was working all along. Because of your last step of obedience, when everything inside of you was tired and afraid, God is releasing a reward you could never earn. He's not doing it because you were perfect. He's doing it because you stayed. You didn't give up. You didn't run. You didn't curse Him when it hurt. You waited, and even when your faith trembled, you held on. That holding on became worship. That waiting became warfare. That surrender became the fragrance of victory. Do not tell this secret to anyone, because this is the part of your testimony that is still growing roots. God wants to show you before He shows them. He wants to establish this in your spirit so deeply that no outside voice can uproot it. He wants you to taste it before you talk about it, to feel it before you share it. This is personal. It's holy. It's a sacred exchange between you and heaven. What's coming next will carry the fingerprints of God. You won't have to chase it. You won't have to force it. You won't have to manipulate or beg. It will flow. It will feel right. It will match the word you heard in secret. It will feel like peace. It will feel like joy you forgot was possible. It will feel like home. Heaven is moving the pieces. God is touching the places in your story that you buried. This moment is wrapped in promise, but it comes softly, like the early morning light. Do not ignore it. Do not rush past it. This is not just another day. This is sacred ground. The weight you've carried is beginning to break, not because of your effort, but because God is lifting it himself. You are going to hear some good news, and this time, it will not slip through your fingers. This time, it will stay, it will root, it will grow, it will flourish. What's really behind the 7-second brain trick exploding online? A leaked CIA ritual is turning heads and bank balances. Backed by neuroscience labs, this at-home method removes money blocks and unlocks unstoppable wealth flow. But the page could vanish any time. Click the link in the first comment before it's permanently deleted. Because of your last moment of obedience in secret when nobody applauded you, when no one saw the inner struggle, it became a door. God marked it. That moment opened a path that your own strength could never carve. And now he's calling you to step through it. This door is not like the others. It's not covered in gold. It doesn't glitter or make noise. But behind it is a life you forgot was possible. Behind it is the peace you've been craving. Behind it is the healing you were told would never come. You are going to hear some good news, and it's going to meet you exactly where your pain left off. God does not overlook the things people dismiss. He saw the days you got up and kept going when it felt like your soul was breaking. He saw the nights you prayed without words, when the only thing you had left was your tears. He remembers every silent battle, every lonely place, every burden you carried without complaining. And because of your last, God is answering now, not later, now. The shift has already begun. You don't need to perform. You don't need to prove anything. This is grace. This is divine timing, and it is for you. If your heart knows this word is for you, comment 333 to declare your faith and agreement with heaven. There is power in staying faithful when everything in you wants to run. There is favor in choosing God over bitterness, over anger, over fear. You could have quit, you could have walked away, but you stayed planted, and that decision has unlocked something that cannot be explained. The roots of your faith are going deeper. The oil on your life is getting heavier. The covering over your home is becoming stronger. You didn't know it, but your last step of surrender was a seed. It went deep into the soil, and heaven has been watering it ever since. Now, suddenly, it's about to break through. The surface is shifting, the unseen is becoming seen, the invisible is turning into testimony, the promise is no longer far off, it's near. It's at the edge of manifestation. God's voice is drawing near to confirm what you thought you imagined. This isn't imagination, it's impartation. It's the moment where faith becomes sight, where pain becomes praise, where loss becomes testimony. You are going to hear some good news, and it will feel like sunlight pouring into the coldest part of your story. There is restoration coming to the parts of your life that you locked away, the memories you tried to bury, the dreams you let go of because hope hurt too much. God says, I am breathing life into what you thought was dead. I am sending peace into the room where fear has lived too long. I am covering you in strength where you've been running on empty. You are not going to just survive. You are going to live again. You are going to feel again. You are going to laugh and love and trust again. Because of your last, I am doing something new. This is why you must keep it between us. Do not tell this secret to anyone. Not yet. There are things that God wants to reveal to you first, before others see the fruit. There is a sacred trust being formed between you and your Creator. He wants to show you how deeply personal He really is. Not just the God of the crowd, but the God of your tears, the God of your waiting, the God who knows how to mend the exact crack in your heart. There are some blessings that must grow in silence so they aren't crushed by noise. Some victories are being prepared in quiet places so they cannot be stolen by comparison or pride. This moment is for you, just you and Him, no need to announce, just receive. Your spirit has been under pressure because your next is greater than you can imagine. The warfare intensified not because you're weak, but because you're close. So close, so much closer than you think. The enemy tried to confuse you, to convince you that nothing was happening. But he is a liar. And the proof that something is near is the battle you just came through. If nothing was coming, he wouldn't be attacking so hard. But you're still standing, and that means you've already won. God is faithful to finish what He starts. What He whispered in the beginning, He will bring to life in the end. And you are now stepping into the part of your journey where you no longer have to guess, where the fog starts to lift, where the weariness begins to fade, where the long nights are finally answered with morning light. You are going to hear some good news. You will know it's from God because it won't compete for your peace. It will complete your peace. It won't feel forced. It will feel like home. The same voice that called light out of darkness is calling joy out of your sorrow. The same power that raised Jesus from the dead is restoring what was lost in your life. The same Spirit that hovered over chaos in the beginning is hovering over your life now, ready to create, to redeem, to rebuild. This is not small. This is not temporary. This is not emotional. This is eternal, divine, holy. Because of your last cry for help when no one else was around, heaven responded. God bent low. He stepped into the room, and He is still here, still healing, still speaking, still covering you. The fire didn't destroy you, the storm didn't drown you, and now the promise is about to find you. You are not forgotten. You are favored. You are wrapped in the mercy of a God who never sleeps and never loses track of His children. This is not coincidence. This is an appointed moment, and you've been carried here by grace. You are about to hear some good news, and it's going to make sense of every no, every delay, every season that felt like silence. God is speaking now, and what He's saying is personal, powerful, and filled with promise. The secret ritual they never wanted public is finally out. A 7-second brain technique, backed by leaked CIA data and 4 neuroscience labs, is helping families erase debt and attract money on autopilot. But this miracle won't stay public long. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's gone forever. There were moments when you questioned whether any of it mattered. You wondered if the waiting was in vain, if the prayers were echoing into an empty sky. But God was not ignoring you. He was arranging something better. The delays were not rejections, they were redirections. Every time something fell apart, it was making space for what was truly meant for you. What you lost was not punishment, it was protection. And what's coming now is the reward of your endurance, the return for your trust, the fruit of your surrender. You are going to hear some good news, not just to lift your mood, but to realign your life. This news will be heavy with purpose. It will carry the fingerprints of a Father who never lost sight of you. It will be undeniable. It will confirm everything your heart was trying to believe in the dark. This is the kind of news that makes your knees buckle, not because you're afraid, but because you're overwhelmed by how faithful God really is. You waited, and now the wind is shifting, the tide is turning. The blessing is approaching. Comment 555 if you receive this with all your heart. Because of your last act of quiet trust, even when your voice trembled, the Lord has marked you for something greater. You thought you were forgotten, but you were being hidden. You thought the door was closed, but it was being reinforced. You thought the promise was fading, but it was being prepared. Everything is being made ready now. The weight is shifting off your shoulders and onto His. You are not meant to carry it anymore. You've done your part. Now let Him do His. He is the God who finishes what He starts, and what He started in you is not over. It's just beginning. There's a reason you've felt pressure lately, a reason the spiritual weight has intensified. You've been sensing something was about to break, even if you didn't have the words. That pressure is the sign of something forming. The breakthrough has been pressing through the walls of resistance, and it's now reaching the surface. This is why the battle was so fierce. The enemy knew he couldn't stop what was coming, but he hoped to distract you from receiving it. He hoped to weaken your focus, wear you out, make you walk away. But you didn't. You stayed. You prayed. You held on even when your grip was shaky, and now heaven is rewarding your perseverance. You are going to hear some good news, and it will not just change one part of your life. It will flow into every area. It will restore peace to your thoughts. It will ignite fresh fire in your spirit. It will restore what was taken. It will redeem what was broken. This will not be a surface-level blessing. It will go deep. It will pull up roots of fear and plant seeds of joy. It will heal the foundation. It will build what was never fully built before. You will not just receive something temporary. This will last. It will be sustained by the very hand of God. That is why you must keep it sacred. Do not tell this secret to anyone, not because it is shameful or fragile, but because it is holy. This is not the time to explain or announce. This is the time to sit with God and let Him pour into you without distraction. Let Him speak the fullness of what He is doing before you share it with the world. Let Him grow your roots in the soil of intimacy. Let Him whisper things that only you and He can understand. The secret is still unfolding, and if you speak too soon, you may invite voices into the process that were never meant to be there. This is the season of hidden glory, the kind where God works in silence, where He builds in the dark so that the light doesn't destroy the process. What's happening in your life is protected. It's being wrapped in peace. It's being guarded by angels. The same way He protected the birth of Jesus from the eyes of kings, He is protecting this promise in you. It's not because it's weak. It's because it's sacred. And sacred things must be shielded until they are strong enough to stand. God is restoring you from the inside out. He's not just answering the prayer you spoke out loud. He's answering the ones you buried deep, the ones you stopped praying because hope hurt too much. He's reaching into the silent places, the spaces no one knows about, and He's speaking light there, healing there, wholeness there. You are going to hear some good news, and it will echo in the places where the pain once lived. It will reverse the sting. It will soften the scar. It will replace sorrow with testimony. There are some victories that only come after the crushing, some blessings that are too weighty to be received until we've been made ready by the fire. You've been through the fire, and though it burned, it did not consume you. It refined you. It purified your faith. It burned off the unnecessary and left you with what's real. And now, you are ready. Ready to receive. Ready to walk in what you could only dream of before. Ready to carry the blessing without fear of losing it. God says, I order you to listen this now, because what's being released has been written with your name on it since the beginning. It was always yours. But now it's time. Now it's being handed over. The wait is over. The wilderness is closing. The promise is rising. Do not be afraid of how fast things will begin to shift. Do not question the goodness of what comes. You are not being tricked. You are not being teased. This is not a trap. It's favor. It's restoration. It's the full circle moment you didn't know would come, and it's yours. But in that quiet, God has been moving. In the invisible places, He has been preparing something that will carry your name, your healing, your restoration. You didn't miss it. You didn't fail. You didn't fall too far. You are not too late. The delay was not denial. It was divine alignment. The ground beneath you has been shaking not to destroy you, but to break open what has been hidden underneath. You are going to hear some good news, and this time it won't slip away. It won't be delayed. It will reach you in fullness. Is this leaked CIA ritual the missing key to your financial breakthrough? A once hidden brain ritual is spreading fast. This strange 7-second method, confirmed by elite neuroscience labs, activates your brain's wealth magnet. The government may shut this down. If you're seeing this, you are God's chosen child. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted. God saw what you didn't say. He heard the words you swallowed. He felt the ache you tried to ignore. And He has been near, closer than your breath, waiting for the right moment to release what has been reserved for you. Because of your last act of faith, when everything felt like it was falling apart, heaven has decided it's time. You may not have known it then, but your obedience in that moment opened something spiritual. It shifted the atmosphere around you. Your surrender moved angels. Your broken hallelujah unlocked something only God could prepare. And now, the delivery is on its way. Comment 1212 if you receive this with bold faith and are ready to walk into your next chapter. You are going to hear some good news, and it won't come through the same channels as before. It may arrive through unexpected people. It may appear in the form of peace that overtakes your fear, or opportunities that feel too good to be true. But it will be real. It will be yours. And it will make sense of everything that didn't before. There's a reason the enemy tried to wear you out. He saw what was ahead. He recognized the shift. But he was too late. You've already passed the test. You've already survived the storm. And now, it's time to receive what was always meant to be yours. Don't feel guilty for the blessing. Don't downplay the joy that's coming. You suffered in silence. You endured without complaint. You served faithfully. You stayed when you wanted to run. You gave when you had nothing left. You believed when there was no visible reason to. And now, the God who saw it all is responding. You are going to hear some good news that will confirm that you were never alone, never abandoned, never overlooked. There are things you prayed about that you stopped talking about. Not because you gave up, but because hope had grown quiet inside you. God says, I never forgot those prayers. I never left those words unanswered. I stored them, I treasured them, and now I am releasing answers, releasing peace, releasing miracles. Do not tell this secret to anyone, not yet. Let me finish the work. Let me perfect what I have started. Let me speak to your heart before you speak it to the world. This is your holy moment. This is your personal miracle. Some things are too sacred to share too soon. Not every blessing is meant to be spoken immediately. Some are meant to be carried, nurtured, and held close like a seed in fertile soil. What God is doing in you right now is holy. Don't explain it. Don't defend it. Just guard it. Wrap it in prayer. Let Him build it strong so that when it blooms it will never be uprooted. This is a divine surprise, a sacred unfolding, and it's coming with God's fingerprints all over it. You've been called, chosen, and set apart for something more than just survival. You've been prepared for impact. Your story will carry healing. Your scars will carry power. What almost killed you is becoming the platform that God will use to reach others. What nearly broke you will be the very thing that displays His glory. And this is just the beginning. You are going to hear some good news, and it will arrive without striving. You won't have to force anything. You won't have to chase it or pretend. It will find you. It will come to you because it belongs to you. The doors that are opening are not based on effort, but on promise. The blessings that are arriving are not earned. They're released. Grace is releasing them. Mercy is carrying them. Heaven is delivering them right to where you are. You don't have to explain why you're being blessed. You don't have to apologize for the season of favor that's coming. The pain you endured qualified you. The loss you survived positioned you. The wilderness you walked through was your preparation. Now it's time for the other side. The side where you don't have to fight for every inch. The side where joy comes in the morning. The side where beauty rises from ashes. You will not have to prove anything. The fruit will speak for itself. The glow of God's goodness will be seen all over your life. This season is unlike any other. What you're stepping into will be quiet at first. Don't panic. It will feel unfamiliar, like peace that's too steady, like blessings that come without warning. But don't resist it. Don't shrink back. This is what you prayed for, and it's finally here. You may not recognize it at first because you're so used to warfare, but this is your moment to receive, to breathe, to let go of survival mode. You can rest now. You can trust now. You can step forward without fear now. The people who doubted you will be silent. The voices that mocked your faith will fade. You won't need to argue. You won't need to announce. The fruit will show who you are. The peace will show who you belong to. The healing will show who covered you. The open doors will show who called you. The protection will show who never let go. You are going to hear some good news. And this time, it won't pass you by. It won't be taken. It won't be delayed. It is sealed. It is written. It is finished. It is yours. Do not let the past talk you out of the promise. Do not let the pain steal the praise. What God has begun, He will finish. What He whispered in the dark, He will reveal in the light. You are closer now than you've ever been. Everything is shifting in your favor, and no weapon formed against you will stop it. Nothing went unseen. Nothing was wasted. And now, the weight of those silent battles is being turned into something beautiful. You are going to hear some good news, and this time it will not only comfort your heart, it will redeem your journey. What if 7 seconds is all it takes to flip your financial fate? A shocking CIA leak just exposed a hidden brain ritual helping ordinary people erase debt and pull in massive wealth. Backed by 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning struggle into luxury fast. But this page could be erased any moment. Click the link in the first comment now before it's gone forever. Heaven has already begun to move things on your behalf. While you've been praying, waiting, and wondering, God has been organizing your deliverance. There are answers that are already on the way to your doorstep. You won't have to beg for them. You won't have to chase them down. They are being sent to find you, divinely timed and perfectly shaped for your life. You are not being overlooked. You are not being bypassed. God is speaking your name in rooms you haven't even entered yet, and the doors are beginning to respond. Because of your last moment of trust, when fear was loud and your hands were trembling, something opened in the spiritual realm. You thought no one noticed, but God did. He saw how you chose to believe when the facts said otherwise. He saw how you gave, served, and loved while carrying private burdens. You didn't need to prove yourself to anyone, because heaven already approved you. And now, you are stepping into a reward that has been growing in the background of your pain. Comment 777 to seal this word in your spirit and align with what God is releasing. This is not a small shift. It's not a temporary relief. It's a holy reversal. The places where you were once broken will become places of blessing. The moments that nearly crushed you will become the foundation of something lasting and beautiful. God is not trying to patch things up. He is creating something new from the ruins, something stronger, something unshakable. What's coming is going to settle what you've been wrestling with. The questions, the confusion, the tiredness that runs deep. The waiting is ending and the new has begun. You are going to hear some good news, and it won't be shallow or vague. It will be specific to your pain, tailored to your heart, designed for the very wounds you tried to hide. This good news will reach into your private places and flood them with light. Where you once grieved, you will now rejoice. Where you once carried shame, you will walk in peace. Where you once felt small, you will rise in confidence, not prideful, but rooted in the love of the one who never let you go. Do not tell this secret to anyone right now. There is something powerful in holding the promise close to your heart. Not everything needs to be shared before it's ready. What God is doing is personal, sacred. It's not about showing others. It's about transforming you from the inside out. This is a time of divine intimacy, a season where you will hear His voice more clearly, where He will begin to teach you how to walk with the weight of the blessing. You're not just receiving something new, you're becoming someone new. He is renewing your mind, clearing out the old thoughts that kept you stuck, and planting truth where lies once grew. He is healing your body, restoring what stress and sorrow tried to break. He is softening your heart, removing bitterness, and replacing it with joy that doesn't need a reason. You're not just going to see change around you, you're going to feel it within you. This is the kind of good news that transforms the soul, the kind that makes you weep not out of sadness, but because you realize He really never left you. He really always loved you. The attacks on your life weren't random. They were strategic because the enemy saw what you carry. He tried to silence you. He tried to make you believe that your best days were behind you, but he failed. Because through it all, you kept your heart open to God. You didn't let it harden. You kept believing, even when you were tired. You kept loving, even when it hurt. And because of that, heaven is now responding. This will be a season of surprise breakthroughs, of quiet miracles that suddenly become loud testimonies, of moments that feel like, how did this happen so fast? But it won't be fast. It will just feel that way because of how long you've waited, because of how heavy it's been. But now, suddenly, it will be lifted. The burden, the pressure, the sorrow, they're being removed and replaced with favor, clarity, and provision. What was missing will be restored. What was broken will be repaired. God's timing is not random. He has been orchestrating a comeback that no one saw coming. And this next move will not be small. It will be loud. It will be seen. It will be undeniable. But until then, stay close to Him. Keep this secret in your spirit, like a seed in good soil. Water it with prayer. Protect it with peace. Let it grow in quietness. Not everything needs to be spoken to be powerful. Some things need to be hidden until the roots are deep enough to withstand the winds that will come. You are going to hear some good news, and when it arrives, it will feel like the sound of chains breaking, like hope returning, like joy running back into the room. You will smile again, not the smile you force, but the one that flows freely from a heart that knows it is held. You will walk with confidence again, not arrogance, but a quiet strength that says, "I've been through the fire, but God brought me out." You will dream again, laugh again, live again, and it will be better than before. You are not being teased by heaven. You are being prepared. You are not forgotten. You are favored. You are not overlooked. You are surrounded. The atmosphere around your life is shifting because the time has come. The promise is drawing near. The whispers you hear in your spirit are real. The nudges in your heart are not your imagination. That warmth, that stirring, that sudden stillness, it's Him. It's always been Him. What you didn't know was that heaven took every one of those moments and wove them into a promise that could not be stolen. You are going to hear some good news, and it will be the kind that doesn't just change your situation, it will change your entire spirit. It will speak to the places in you that forgot how to hope. It will restore the pieces of you that grief tried to erase. People are asking why money is suddenly flowing into random lives. A leaked CIA discovery reveals a 7-second brain ritual that quietly rewires your mind for wealth. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, people are wiping out debt and stepping into luxury with ease. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. God is not looking at your past with judgment. He's looking at your present with mercy and your future with joy. Because of your last choice to keep walking even when your heart felt numb, you have been marked for something that cannot be undone. What others walked away from, God is walking toward. What others gave up on, God is breathing life into. And while you were wondering if you missed it, God was setting it up. While you were praying for crumbs, God was preparing a table. The shift is already happening. You are not empty. You are not behind. You are not broken beyond repair. You are ready. If you're ready for restoration to begin, comment 999 to claim what heaven has written for you. There is no force more powerful than the word of God spoken over your life. It is not limited by your past. It is not intimidated by your pain. It cannot be stopped by fear, and it does not bend to human timelines. That word has been hovering over you, waiting for the moment when your spirit would be soft enough to receive it. And now, you are there. This is the moment. This is the shift. This is the holy interruption that you didn't expect, but have always needed. You are going to hear some good news, and it will not be like anything you've heard before. It won't come with pressure. It won't come with confusion. It will come with peace. It will come with confirmation. It will come with tears of joy that feel like healing in motion. It will settle the restlessness in your heart and quiet the voices that have been screaming doubt. You won't have to ask if it's from God. You'll know. You'll feel it. You'll recognize it as something your soul has been waiting for all along. Because of your last surrender when nothing made sense and everything felt delayed, God is unlocking what has been held back for you. This is not something anyone else can claim. It has your name written on it in heaven's ink. It has been preserved for this very season. The longer the wait, the greater the weight. And what's being released now is not a temporary relief, it's a lasting restoration. It's the kind of news that will anchor your faith again, the kind that will breathe new dreams into your spirit. Do not tell this secret to anyone just yet. God is asking you to carry it quietly for a little while longer, not because He wants you to hide it, but because He wants to protect it while it grows. This is a holy promise, a sacred whisper between you and heaven. You don't need to prove it to anyone. You don't need to explain it. Let it be yours. Let it strengthen you in silence. Let it bloom in the soil of solitude. When the time is right, the fruit will speak for itself. There is a reason your heart has felt heavy, a reason your body has felt tired, even when you've rested. It's because your spirit has been stretched. You've been growing in places no one could see. The breaking wasn't the end, it was the beginning of something divine. You were being expanded for the blessing. You were being emptied so God could fill you with more than you had before. This is what the process looks like before the promise becomes real. You are going to hear some good news, and it will remind you that God never forgot you. It will remind you that nothing was wasted, not the pain, not the waiting, not the tears. All of it was seen. All of it was woven into this moment. All of it mattered. And now, joy is coming like a river. Hope is rising like the sun. Peace is settling like a warm blanket over your life. You are safe. You are chosen. You are loved. The things that once tormented your mind are losing their grip. The voices that told you you'd never make it are falling silent. God is lifting the weight. He's breaking the chains. He's silencing the storm. And He's doing it not because you begged, not because you earned it, but because He loves you too much to leave you in the dark. You are His. You are covered. You are surrounded by angels even now. This next season will be one of recovery and recognition. You will recover what was lost. You will recognize who you've become. You'll look back and see that you didn't just survive. You changed. You matured. You deepened. And now, you're stepping into this next chapter with more wisdom, more discernment, more faith than ever before. What once scared you will no longer shake you. What once broke you will now build you. What once held you down will now lift you up. This is the grace of God, the restoring, healing, redeeming grace that finds you in the ruins and turns them into altars. The grace that calls you by name even when you feel unworthy. The grace that says, I'm not done with you. There's more. You are going to hear some good news that will be too big to hide, but too holy to rush. So stay patient, stay open, stay in tune. Your spirit knows what's coming even if your mind can't understand it yet. God's not just answering prayers, He's rewriting futures. He's reversing curses. He's restoring years. And He's doing it because you stayed, because you believed, because you trusted Him, even when you had every reason not to. Heaven is honoring your faith now. Heaven is releasing what was always yours. And this is only the beginning. He was closer than your breath, holding you steady when you thought you would fall, surrounding you when you felt most alone. What you couldn't see was that the silence wasn't punishment, it was preparation. And now, you are stepping into the reason for the silence. You are going to hear some good news, and it will make the silence make sense. Every tear you shed, every night you laid awake, every time you said, God, I trust you. Even when your heart was breaking, those were not wasted. They were seeds. Heaven saw them. Heaven recorded them. And now heaven is responding. Because of your last prayer in the dark, your last surrender when your heart was exhausted, something shifted. A door opened. And from that moment on, what was held up has begun to flow. Slowly at first, then suddenly. You won't even realize how close you are until the answer is in your hands. If your soul has been waiting for this moment, comment 1010 as your sign of expectation and faith. Why is everyone rushing to this 7-second brain ritual? Leaked CIA files exposed a hidden brainwave technique that opens the door to wealth fast. Verified by 4 top neuroscience labs, it's turning financial stress into abundance almost overnight. But this secret won't stay public for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it's deleted forever. There is a breakthrough coming that has been years in the making. Not just a change in your circumstances, but a healing of your story. A restoration of what was broken. A redemption of what was taken. You are going to hear some good news, and when it comes, it will feel like waking up from a long, heavy sleep. You will feel light again. You will feel peace in a way that you forgot existed. You will breathe without the weight of anxiety pressing down on your chest. You will remember who you are, and more importantly, who your Father is. God never stopped working. He never stopped weaving the threads of your story into something holy. Even when people walked away, He stayed. Even when you gave up on yourself, He held on to you. And now, He is about to prove that nothing was wasted. The broken places in your life are becoming doorways for His glory. The parts you tried to hide are the very parts He's going to use. There is power in your scars. There is healing in your story. There is purpose in your pain. And now that purpose is beginning to bloom. Do not rush to speak it. Do not share it too soon. Do not tell this secret to anyone until God gives you peace to do so. Some things are too sacred to speak while they're still forming. Some blessings are meant to grow in silence, protected from outside voices and distractions. God is doing something personal, and it's not for show. This isn't about proving your worth to anyone. This is about becoming everything He always knew you could be. What He is forming in you now will not only bless your life, it will overflow and touch lives around you. But for now, be still. Let Him finish the work. Let Him hold you in the quiet. Let Him pour back into places that have been emptied. This good news that's coming is not just a reward, it's a reminder that He is still God, that He never forgot, that He always finishes what He starts. You are going to hear some good news, and it won't just be heard with your ears, it will be felt in your soul. It will be confirmation of what you were afraid to believe. It will sound like peace. It will feel like light. It will settle the fear, silence the doubt, and breathe life back into places that have been weary for far too long. The kind of good news that's coming is the kind that makes you drop to your knees and whisper, "Thank you, God, for not giving up on me." Because of your last whisper of faith, when you had no strength left to shout, heaven moved. Your yes, in the dark, was louder in heaven than you'll ever understand. And now, the reward of that quiet faith is being released, slowly, gently, like the rising of the sun after a long night. It's already here. The evidence is already building. Your atmosphere is shifting. What once was heavy is lifting. What once was broken is healing. What once was closed is now opening. This is the kind of shift that changes everything, not because of what you did, but because of who He is. A faithful God, a kind Father, a miracle worker, a promise keeper. He has not changed. His love for you has not faded. His plan for you has not been cancelled. And now, what He whispered to your heart in the hard seasons is about to become your testimony in the joyful ones. He is about to answer you in a way that shows He was listening all along. And not just listening, He was working, planning, covering, preparing. There were things you asked for that you didn't get, not because He said no, but because He was preparing something better. He wasn't ignoring you. He was loving you too much to settle for less. And now, you're about to see what that love really looks like. You are going to hear some good news, and it will echo through the parts of you that thought God was done. It will awaken dreams you laid to rest. It will breathe life into prayers you stopped praying. It will remind you that faith was never wasted, that your story isn't over, and that your best days are still ahead. What's coming will require you to walk differently, to carry yourself with peace, to move with quiet confidence, not because everything is perfect, but because you've seen what God can do. You've lived through the fire, and now you carry the evidence of someone who has been refined, not ruined. What you didn't realize was that every step was being counted, every tear was being collected, and every moment was pulling you closer to a divine appointment that could not be cancelled. You are going to hear some good news, and when it comes, it will feel like God Himself has walked into your situation and said, "Now is the time." Because of your last decision to stay faithful when nothing made sense, heaven responded. That obedience, unseen by others but deeply known by God, opened a way that no one can shut. You passed a test that had no audience, and because of that, your reward will need no explanation. It will speak for itself. The people who counted you out will see it. The ones who doubted you will witness it. But this blessing isn't about proving anything to them, it's about proving to your own heart that God truly never left your side. If this word is resonating deep within you, comment 1515 and stay in this atmosphere of faith. You are going to hear some good news, and it won't be fragile. It won't be temporary. It won't tease you and disappear. It will be strong, stable, lasting. It will come with a peace that settles every anxious thought. It will bring clarity to confusion and a deep sense of, "This is what I was waiting for." This good news will not rush in with chaos. It will arrive like calm after a long storm. You will recognize it because it will not demand anything from you, it will fill you. Is this the same CIA brain ritual changing lives in seconds? A new leak reveals a powerful 7-second technique developed under secret research. Backed by neuroscience, people are moving from debt to wealth and luxury faster than believed possible. But this secret may be deleted soon. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. God knows what you've endured, not just the outer battles, but the inner ones too. The silent doubts, the private grief, the lingering questions. You've been asking Him quietly, is it ever going to get better? And even though it felt like heaven was quiet, God was working. Not in the way you expected, but in the way you needed. He's been aligning people, places, and timing to deliver something to you that fits perfectly not just into your life, but into your healing. You are not forgotten. You are not left behind. You are not being punished. What you are is protected. God has shielded you from things that would have hurt you. He has hidden you from opportunities that were not fully formed. He has delayed doors that would have looked good, but led you into cycles you just escaped. Everything you thought was rejection was actually redirection, and now it's bringing you into alignment with what is truly yours. This is why you must hold this moment gently. Do not tell this secret to anyone just yet. There is something so fragile about new beginnings, something so holy about what God starts in silence. When you sense the weight of what's forming, you realize not every miracle needs an announcement. Some need only your quiet worship and your deep trust. Some things are so sacred, they deserve to grow without the noise. You are going to hear some good news, and it will begin with subtle shifts, little signs, a deeper peace in your chest, a clarity in your thoughts, a quiet joy that begins to rise even when nothing around you has changed yet. These are the signs. This is how the promise begins, not with fireworks, but with whispers, not with crowds, but with confirmation. Trust what your spirit is feeling right now. That stirring, that knowing it's not random. It's heaven tapping on your soul saying, get ready. This season is not just about blessing, it's about becoming. The good news isn't just something you'll receive, it's something you'll become. You'll become the answer to someone else's prayer. You'll become a testimony without having to say a word. You'll carry something that shifts atmospheres just by showing up. But first, God is making sure your heart is whole, your feet are steady, your spirit is strong. Because of your last act of faith when no one clapped for you, God is releasing something that will never be taken away. This isn't a temporary victory. This is a new season, and it will be marked by divine surprises. It will be filled with open doors that you didn't knock on, favor in places where you were once overlooked, and peace in rooms where you once cried. You will not have to beg for it. You will not have to strive. It will come. It will fit. It will feel like it was made just for you, because it was.